Continuing on with this lesson of prophecy updates as of November the 3rd, 2024, on this Sunday. As it says again, U.S. flies long-range bombers and drills with South Korea and Japan after a Korean missile test. Right, that's a sign of wars and rumors of wars. Like it says in Matthew 24, verse 6. So we definitely been seeing escalations been heating up over there in the Korean Peninsula of North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States as well too. It says the IDF shut down drone flying over Haifa Bay camera area after 40 minutes. The Central District Police arrests two for kidnapping assault following attribution. Suspect in the POM leak affairs was released from custody. The AG files indictment against taxi company owner and illegally brought Jaffa groups into Israel. It says Russian Medvedev says U.S. election will not change anything for Moscow. Iran says aerospace remains open. It says a rocket, drone, and cruise alert sounds in northern Israel. It says Iran's Ixtag E shaken by an early morning of a 4.6 magnitude earthquake, the EMC reports. It says a suspicious aerial target crossed into Israel from the east. It says Hezbollah fired 100 projectiles into Israel from Lebanon throughout Saturday. Rockets fired from northern Gaza trigger sirens in the border communities. The IDF seized nearly 30 patients, escort transferred to active hospitals in Gaza. It says the IDF intercepts suspicious aerial target over Mediterranean Sea. Medvedev will cross the line if it extending its threatens, Medvedev says. Right, wars and rumors of wars. Bring out those scriptures. It's the book of Revelations. Yeah, Revelations 11, verse 14. The second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Or Armageddon, Armageddon 1. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, so that's what we're seeing over there in the Middle East of Western Asia. Iran versus Israel. Proxy groups and pro-Iranian going against the Israel Defense Force. We're seeing what's taking place over there in the Korean Peninsula, North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States. Because you had, I believe, South Korea, Japan, and the United States, they recently did a military exercise drills in response of North Korea launching a missile, which a couple of days ago. So that shows you that's another example. Tensions are heating up. And that goes into that Matthew 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And that's in Matthew 24, verse 6 to verse 7. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, so the Heavenly Father is gathering the nations up over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat over there in Western Asia. Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and swords and pointing hooks into spears, let the weak say I'm strong. Right, because we're seeing North Korea building up their nuclear capability. We're seeing Iran building up their nuclear capability. And we're seeing the strong relations are increasing between China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea versus the Western countries and versus Israel and the United States armies as well, too. And this is the book of Second Esdras. And you had a 4.6 earthquake over there in Iran. It says Second Esdras 9 verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, right, we're going to be seeing increasing earthquakes more and more, and the uproars of the people of the world, right, the seditions, uprises. lawlessness, iniquities, heavy judgments. So we're going to continue to see the increasing earthquakes and the uproars of people in the world. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, 15 and verse 15. For the sword that destruction draweth nigh, one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in hands. Right, because we know the modern day sword is a weapon. So we're seeing great seditions among the nations. That's what we are seeing throughout the whole planet Earth. And it's only going to continue to increase. 2nd Esdras 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, which we're seeing right now, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. And of course, the actually stand in power. And I believe it was a news article that just came out over there in central Bolivia, if I'm not mistaken. You had some 200 hostages was taken. 200 hostages was taken. I forgot what it was. And keep this in mind. I would say like a week and a half ago, you had the former president of Bolivia almost got deleted. So these are examples that we are seeing. The uproars of people in the world, the squares of nations will perplex and seize regiment. They should not regard their kings nor their princes, and of course, they actually stand in power. Right, their former leaders and their current leaders as well too, due to the unrighteous decrees, which is in Isaiah 10 and verse 1. And this is the book of Luke 21. Luke 21 verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth. The distress of nations will perplexity and seize reservoir. Right, increasing the distress of nations will perplexity and the seize reservoir. That's what we're seeing. So, jumpstart the season and find your holiday spirit early this year at Bossy.com. What do you do now, more? So, bring out some more news articles. Salakia. So I'm going to go for the see what's available of ArabNews.com. Khan was in charge of his open border policies, giving welfare to illegals while Americans struggled, and their weakness invited wars. Now Khan wants to dump. It says Turkey press on for arms embargo on Israel's in joint letter. We are writing a joint letter calling on all countries to stop the sales of arms and ammunition to Israel. Right, because keep this in mind as well too. Turkey been highly criticized of Israel as of lately. Especially the year 2024. And we've been seeing that. It says Lebanon says 3 killed in an Israeli strike near Sitdown city. Israeli armies issues a new evacuation for calling for Lebanese a big Belkhet region. All our laundry. You just pick a date, pick a cleaner, and enjoy a spotless house for $19. Some things are better left to a professional. Salaki. Shadia World News. So take the free quiz, then you'll be matched with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors at smartasset.com. Precise designs. It says Spanish royal visits flood hit region as fresh downpour looms. It says grenade attack wounds several in India-run Kashmir police ports. It says another wars and rumors of wars, and this is from the AFP. As of November the 3rd, 2024, it reads, Taiwan detached 37 Chinese aircraft near island. Right, as we've been seeing rising tensions between China versus Taiwan, those escalations have been heating up. As we've been seeing military exercise drills been taking place between the two nations. You got that escalations towards one another, It says China has ramped up military activities around Taiwan in recent years, as Beijing pressures Taipei to accept its claims of sovereignty over the islands, which highly unlikely that's going to happen because you got the United States as allies with them, and then they recognize Taiwan as a self-governing island because you still got that one China policy that China continue to push on Taiwan, which they're not going to accept that. It says Taipei, Taiwan said it detached 37 Chinese fighter jets, drones, and other aircraft near the self-ruled island in southern Beijing. Beijing carried out long-range distance training flights. China has ramped up military activities around the Taiwan in recent years as Beijing pressures Taipei to accept its claims of sovereignty over the islands. The Chinese aircraft was spotted from 9 a.m. 1 GMT and 35 of them crossed the immediate line of the Taiwan Strait, which separates mainland China and Taiwan, and entered Taiwanese airspace on their way to the Western Pacific Ocean. The Defense Ministry said, I meant to say. Taiwan's military responds by deploying aircraft, Navy vessels, and shore-based missile systems. The ministry says the exercise came a day after Taiwan said it has detached China's military joint combat readiness patrols around the island, involving fighter jets and warships. Taiwan spotted 27 Chinese aircraft and 6 warships in 24 hours from 6 a.m. on Sunday, the ministry says early. China considers Taiwan as part of its territory and has refused to rule out the use of force to bringing the democratic island under its control. Beijing held large-scale military drills around Taiwan last month, which were condemned by Taipei and its key backer, the United States. The Chinese military conducted long-distance training flights in late September. The ministry says previously Beijing also fired an intercontinental ballistic missile in the Pacific Ocean. Epson says U.S. bombers joins air drills with South Korea and Japan. It says Russian drones attacks on Kiev, damaging buildings and power lines, Ukraine says as of November 3rd, 2024 by Reuters. It says joint sea drills with Russia signals part of Indonesia's foreign policy shift. And this is another news article, and it reads joint. It says joint sea drills with Russia signals part of Indonesia's foreign policy shift. It says Indonesia's new president has called for a stronger ties with Moscow despite Western pressure on Indonesia. It says Prabowo has visited more than a dozen countries, including in China, Australia, where he struck a key security deal. Jakarta also kicked off a process to join the BRICS of the emerging economics. Indonesia's first joint military drills with Russia this week signal a new presidential prologue. September will seek a bigger role for Jakarta of Indonesia on the world stage as part of the significant foreign policy shift. Analysts say Indonesia has maintained a neutral foreign policy and refused to take sides on the Russia-Ukraine conflict or the United States-China rivalry. But Prabowo has called for a strong ties with Moscow despite the Western pressure. Yeah, that goes into that Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. It says air defense units trying to repel Russian air attacks, Kyiv mayor says. It says Serbia mourns victims after a roof collapse killed 14. Indian troops kills 2 rebel in a dispute. That's that Luke 21 verse 25. Kharkiv come under heavy Russian drone attack as of yesterday. It says Japan urged 200,000 people to evacuate due to the heavy rains. Anthony Blinken expects North Korea troops to enter flight against Ukraine in the coming days. Right, that's wars and rumors of wars. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the latest prophecy updates as of November the 3rd, 2023. November the 3rd, 2024. I meant to say rephrase that on this Sunday morning. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Kakadash, and the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Ba'Hashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, and Ashwakadash on the tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders, Wa'akima Akwaf. Till next time, I will say Shalom.